So, next on the agenda, Logan Paul. He joins the Vision. How about that? I mean, there was a setup earlier where the Vision and Logan Paul got into it, and he even took like a tsunami splash. And then he runs out the end of the show, and all of a sudden he's part of the Vision kind of thing. We were talking just before we started recording, Dutch, and I do agree with you. There's something missing with the Vision as a group. You said that just wasn't clicking with you.
Well, you can tell this in the first 15 seconds that you see them. There is something missing with that. Well, you just said that. Something missing with them. I don't know what it is. And you even said to me, you don't know what it is either. But something is not grabbing me. I think it might have something to do with Paul. I think because Paul's been there for so long. It's not a new group. He's not a new manager. And, of course, with Braun Breaker, is that his name, Braun Breaker?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's okay, but the other guy, what was his name?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson. But you put them together, and I mean, when you look at them, what do you think? You think money? You think you'd like to see them, or what?
Braun Breaker has got championship written all over him.
Yeah.
I've never been the biggest fan of Seth Rollins. And I know he's not there at the moment, but I just don't see him as the leader of a group. And then I only really see Bronson Reed as like the heavy, the silent type, and I think they're giving him too much. And that I don't think he can carry from a charismatic standpoint. So I think there's just a bit there's missing personality.
I thought they turned on Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's gone. World Championship.
So he's not, but he's not with them anymore.
Well, he's injured at the moment, so he's going to be gone for quite a few months.
But they didn't turn on him a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, right. We had to pause for like a minute then because we couldn't remember if Seth Rollins had been kicked out of the Vision or not. I don't think he has. Did he?
Ask Grok.
Right, okay. Grok. I'm pausing again. One sec. Dutch, you got a better memory than me. Yes, Seth Rollins was kicked out of the Vision by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, October 13th, 2025 episode of Raw. Is this not another problem with wrestling? That only happened 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. I've already forgotten. I thought they just announced him as injured and he vacated. And now you mention it, yes, he was kicked out. I remember it now.
Yeah, and they beat him up.
Yes, I completely forgot.
And I hardly even watch it sometimes if I don't have to watch it. Yeah, that's why Paul is managing them and without Seth. So, but yeah, and Seth got hurt. And I think he got hurt before that. That's why they did the switch like that.
Yeah. Now it all makes sense. You see, now I'm blaming WWE for this.
I saved you from that.
No, I'm admitting it. I totally forgot about that. I completely forgot about it. I don't blame me. I blame them for making it just another boring Raw on another sea of boring WWE programming in 2025 where nothing really happens. Speaking of which, it was actually an angle-laden show. But yeah, Logan Paul now being part of the Vision, is he the missing part that's going to make the Vision more interesting for you, Dutch?
No, not really. Logan Paul, I think they should leave him alone.
Yeah, he's a special attraction. I don't think he needs a manager.
No, he doesn't. I think it might be good for him to, if he had a manager, he needs to fire him on the first show or the second show anyway. Tell him to get the hell, and then beat them up too.
Like you did with Jim Cornette, in fact.
Well, I didn't really beat him up, but that was a good switch on that, I thought, because he had a mind of his own, and that was my gimmick in Memphis anyway. I was always a loner, and nobody told me what to do, and so when Cornette got with me, I just said I didn't like him, and it worked.
What do you think of the closing angle then on Raw with Logan Paul joining? Executed well, or were you a bit?
Well, it's about the only thing they could do, I think, and I don't think those Logan Paul needs to be in with a red hot heel. I'm a red hot baby face. And they're not, and now that when they try to turn him baby face, they're not red hot heels. Unless they're going to try to use him to get them hot because he's in and out. So I don't know. Let me say this. The creative team in WWE now, they have me thinking about the logic behind some of their moves. I know. I think Paul, Triple H leads the group well, but how long has he been in that position, head of creative?
Nearly 3.5 years now.
That long?
Yeah, because Vince was ousted, and it seems like yesterday, doesn't it? He was originally retired from WWE in 2022. Then he came back in the beginning, I think, of 2023, and then they got rid of him. Am I right in saying that? They got rid of him because they were threatening to sell or something.
Now, when you're thinking about what happened here and what happened there, and see, if you have to have your fans thinking, it's not right on the top. And these are fans that are really the hardcore fans. They're confused. So when they get confused, your temporary fans is where you get a sellout. Because the guy told me one time, he said, when you get a sellout, and I said, why? He said, when you have the casual fans buy a ticket because it interests them enough. So when you say a big show, when you load it up with everything you got up to that point, and when the casual fan buys a ticket, that's when you get sellouts.
I've got a match for you.
What is it?
I've got a feud for you. Do you know, and I bet you'd be excited to see what happened. Not a main event feud, but a semi-main. Logan Paul versus Dominic Mysterio.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Wouldn't that go great?
That would turn Dominic stone cold babyface. Because they could go now and, okay, they can't cheer him because people look at him funny when he's a heel against his dad. But against Logan Paul, and that is something, if they would build toward that, and Logan Paul could just bring his name up, and all of a sudden, and don't have Dominic say nothing. Logan Paul brings his name up, and then at some point they come face to face, and Dominic say, "Hey, you got a problem with me?" And now let both of them, because Logan Paul is good on the horn. He is great. And I think they could work something that could almost be a main event at a WrestleMania or a major, I'm going to use this word again, PLE. Used to be just pay-per-view. These are premium live events. Is that a pay-per-view? A premium live event is a pay-per-view? Or could it be?
Yeah, it's interchangeable, but yeah, basically.
But anyway. But yeah, I think I agree with you 100% because that's what Dominic is working toward anyway.
I've got one more thing. So there's been a rumor that there's been another member of the Vision that's going to be added. And do you know who it is?
Another member of the Vision.
Yeah.
There's only 3, right?
Yeah. Well, with
or is Logan Paul in there now?
And Brock Lesnar, if he counts, which he doesn't, but I don't think he's a member of the Vision. But
okay, what was your question again?
There's been a rumor for a while that somebody else is going to join the Vision. You'll laugh when you hear.
Okay.
Austin Theory.
Well, I'm not going to laugh because I think.
But just like it's not why? 2022, 2021 anymore. I mean,
why? But why would he join? I don't think he adds something to him, but yet at the same time he doesn't. Because that's another member that you have to make allowances for. And what is his purpose there? Unless they're going to turn on him, maybe in 3 months or 4 months or whatever it's going to take.
Paul Heyman likes him. That's why this rumor's been going around for a while.
Well, if Paul Heyman likes him, what you might see is they might dump Bronson Reed and just go with Austin Theory. See, they may be looking for another partner, but he's to replace Bronson Reed.
Now,
but okay, let's look at it like a fan. And I'm not saying, do you see anything Austin Theory elevating that group?
Nope. That's the thing, is that I'd seen the weakest member of the group, and also he's been in like a mid-card tag team for like 2 years. I mean, the only time that he was ever...
But Paul likes him.
But Paul likes him. But the last time that Austin Theory was ever taken seriously, not as a performer, but as a someone with star qualities that would elevate and go up the card, was when Vince McMahon was still in charge. Because Vince was really high on him. Yeah.
Didn't he beat John Cena?
He did at WrestleMania, but then that was pretty much the beginning of the end, because a few months later Vince McMahon had been gone, and then Austin Theory would just be another guy on the card.
Mm-hmm. Now, me, if I had beaten John Cena, I'd get me a T-shirt and wear it to bed. I beat John Cena. That must be the high point of his career. And it may be the high point of his career all through his career if he stays 20 years, that he beat John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where was that? That was on a pay-per-view.
That was WrestleMania. It was either 40 or 39. Whatever was 2022.
It was outside, right?
Yeah.
In the stadium.
Austin Theory.
Where was that? Vegas?
No, I don't think it would have been Vegas. It was 39, I think. Oh, Dutch, help me. Yeah, it was. 39, I don't know where WrestleMania 39 was.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood? Or Los Angeles?
Yeah, it was somewhere out there.
Yeah, wherever it was. All right. One more thing about Logan Paul. He is no longer being sued, class action lawsuit with the Crypto Zoo cryptocurrency scam
What
thing.
was that about?
Dutch, do not even try and get me to explain that, because I tried to sit down and write fully what all that was about. Basically, it's a rug pull. And a rug pull is, in crypto speak, you make something available to people, they buy it, and then as soon as that money's come in, insiders use their knowledge to somehow buy this crypto before everyone else has. They make a ton of money as soon as it's become available, and then they just sell their shares, and then everything's worth nothing. And basically, by the time you've heard of it, it's too late. That's what it is. It's the same with everything. Right, okay.
It's cheating.
Well, it should be illegal, but for some reason in crypto space, very few people get prosecuted for the numerous rug pulls and scams and all that kind of thing. And Logan Paul's been a part of a lot of them.
Well,
like 8?
that's coming.